Hi, Mr. Bradshaw with AddSomethingToYourIncome.com here to share with you some of my recent gems that I have come across, mostly quotes, maybe a couple of stories that are inspiring me and a part of my life and what's happening. Again, hoping to inspire others, hoping to inspire you with being able to become the valuable person you could become. As you go to increase your income, you need to do you. I was listening to the radio the other day, and a composer was talking on NPR, National Public Radio. He was saying he has found that the magic sauce is to be himself with his compositions. When you do you, that's valuable. You're the only one like you. You're unique. You bring to the world something that no one else can bring to the world. I bring to the world something that only I can bring, just me. I'm going to share with you some of these you do you quotes, stories, the other inspirational things that are coming to me. I'm going to switch myself down over here, and you are actually looking at my list I just kind of sent over to myself about things that I have. But this is a poem I created. You might have, if you followed me, learned that I can sometimes have poetry flowing out of me. That's just kind of comes in fits and starts. So this little poem came, energy from the roots is put into the fruits. Rings on the trees show years to you and me. Buds in the spring, that's when the birds will sing. Leaves off in winter, the tree is saying burr. Again, just little things that end up, I catch them where they are and put them into there. These are my thoughts. Well, history never repeats itself, but it usually rhymes. But I forgot the source. Somewhere along the way, I came across that. That's awesome. Right, there's a few other things on that particular note. That's just a note. Let me go to this one. This one's going to be full of a lot of quotes and information. This is my little pieces that are actually on my computer. And I have a mentor. I recommend a mentor who is, he calls himself the famous, unfamous speaker, Steve Sapato. I call him the champion of speakers. He has done amazing things in his life. He was suggesting possible signature lines for me because I talk a lot about gratitude. And so these are the ones that he gave as possible ones. The giving graffiti artist. I found that very visual. I could imagine like tagging it or something. The share and share alike, and don't call me Sharon. He's funny at times. Global giving guru, the only teacher who teaches about money, which I don't think I could state because I don't feel that's true. I know a lot of teachers teach about money. And do or don't do, but if you do, clean it up. This is a funny little phrase. Into some quotes, as I promised. So this next quote is, I'm planning on putting it under my Just Do It quote file. Do things at all costs. Remember, every treasure comes with a price. What I am doing right now costs me. This is time. I could be doing something else. I could be doing a lot of other things besides making this video right now. When I pay the price of making yet another video about ways for you to increase your income, I'm putting in that dedication that's required for the universe and others to then have things flow back to me. I'm creating things of value. I think this is probably pronounced Jai Jai Yang. Probably would go by Yang Jai Jai because of the way they put their names the other way. This is about as much Chinese as I know at that point. Anyway, said, the biggest challenge that I've had to be overcome is not just finding success, but rather finding success without compromising who I am. Oh, that's awesome. Going into success, not just to get lots of money. I know my message is how to add some to your income. The best way to add to your income is to solve other people's problems. To solve other people's problems, you've got to become something of value that others will appreciate. You've invested in yourself so much that others will appreciate you, both appreciate in dollar terms and just appreciate who you are. appreciate being with you. You get thank you notes. You get thank you notes that have money in them. You could just get plain old notes. You just get appreciated, recognized, noticed. You are something of value because of what you've done for yourself. You do you and push yourself. So Troy Polamalu, I'm not the only one that's worried about like how to spell that or whatever, said, I've always had the mindset, no one can change me better than myself. I'm the one that gets to change me the best. I love it. Go the extra mile quote. There are a few people who truly walk the talk, said this Olympian, Ducat Keys. So incredible quote right there. There are a few people who truly walk the talk. This is a don't destroy quote. In other words, create. I love to talk about create like crazy. And I say when you create, then you're going to eventually find things that work. Many of these videos I've made, I'm actually currently seeing 0 views on these videos. I predict that there will be people who start searching for the things that I am talking about. And eventually some of these videos will start to get known. In the meantime, I'm just creating. I'm practicing my craft of speaking about this topic, finding and thinking about where these quotes would go into. This particular file I'm looking at is just where I put these when I'm working on the computer and I come across quotes, and then I later file them away. As you can see, I'm simply saying this is going to go into my create quotes spot. It says, now is the time to be constructive, not destructive. And we're just getting started. That was by Tina Craig. So my video that would have posted yesterday talked about being a producer, being productive instead of being a consumer. Consuming is the greed. Producing is what becomes things of value. When you get yourself producing and being constructive instead of destructive, that's when we're really getting to get you started. In case you are someone who isn't sure about just taking that first step, I saw a pin on Pinterest today. It's not about knowing all the steps that are going to be in front of you. It's just about having the gumption to take that step. Now, they didn't say gumption. They were a little bit more vivid in their words, but I'll put in their gumption. The gumption to actually do it. Amy Tan said it this way. Chance is the first step you take. Luck is what comes after that. So when people are saying, well, that person's lucky, well, it's usually because they took that step. They took that risk. They got there, and off they went to becoming something that's awesome. Some quotes. You do you like and create like crazy quote comes from Patricia Highsmith here. It says, I think of a son like Beethoven, I have a wind like the Debussy, and bird calls like Stravinsky, but the tempo is all mine. That's very vivid, especially for those who know a bit about music, and you can kind of imagine that Beethoven, the Debussy, the Stravinsky music, and how they kind of match with all that's being said. And then it becomes you. It becomes you creating you, right? It's mine when I take it on for me. I love to doubt as well as know, said Dante Alighieri. That is that happy place to be. I'm feeling the doubt. I'm not quite sure. I'd love to learn more. I need to learn more. And then also the feeling of I know enough that I'm going to take that first step. I'm going to take the move. I'm going to move into something else. Francis McDormand said, with aging, you earn the right to be loyal to yourself. Loyal to yourself. When you get to that point that you're doing you, as Afanasi Fett said here, I don't know myself what I will sing. All I know is that a song is ripening. You are doing you. You are ripening the song that's inside of you. When you are there, it's a magical place to be because you're about to improve the world with who you are and what you're going to share with the world. Mistakes and all. A mistake is simply another way of doing things, said Catherine Graham. I really like that as a educator and someone who has made many mistakes, being able to see them as simply another way of doing things. And with my students, when I feel like they are making mistakes. Well, okay, that's just another way of doing things. They find their own creative ways of doing things. These quotes, these stories, I'm going to make myself bigger again here. These are materials I'm saving up. I'm hoping you're seeing the process as well as being inspired. I'm hoping you're seeing that the process, and I believe I have another video in here you can find about the process of when I come across quotes, I put them somewhere to prepare to use them, prepare to put them in. I'm a collector of quotes, and I'm a collector of stories. The next one was a story. I want to actually verify it because it really sounds like a legend more than a verifiable story. Those stories are little nuggets. Those quotes are the coin of speaking and writing. These ideas, these thoughts become something that help me to do me, and I'm hoping to help you do you because you're valuable and you can get something to the world that's your own unique thing that will increase your income. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.